everyone, it's Ron from Blastripper here. Gonna chat with you all about one more bass before we start moving on to amps and pedals and all that other fun stuff. But we're gonna talk about my other Dunnable Cyclops, which is a short scale bass. I do need to acknowledge that I do have a lot of gear, but I also have a belief that gear should be played. So I also sell a lot of my gear if it isn't working for me or it's not the right fit or whatever. So there is a possibility that something in your collection right now is a piece of gear I used to own. If it's a pedal, that's very likely. I've bought and sold so many pedals that I've literally forgot about a lot of them. And I have a running list, so I don't forget. But we're here to talk about basses, and specifically short scale basses, because I don't know who out there needs to hear this, especially from a guy who looks like me, but short scale basses are awesome. They are not student instruments, they are not toys, they are comfortable to play, they sound great, they play great, and I have been dabbling with short scale basses on and off throughout my entire career as a musician. I think my first one was a Gibson EBO that had been very heavily modified and like spray painted and all sorts of things, but it played great, and I loved sitting around the house playing it. So I love having a short scale as part of my collection of basses. And in that realm, I kind of go by a concept of keeping 3 instruments at any given time, mostly based off the fact that I have actively been in 2 bands since I was 20. So I always have a bass set up for Blastripper because Blastripper requires a ridiculous tuning and it isn't really useful for anything else. So I have my other Dunnable Cyclops right here that is tuned in F standard, and I keep this in that. I have my EGC that I was talking about in the other video, and I keep that in drop A for saxes, because that's the other band I'm banging in. And then I've got this Dunnable short scale, also in drop A. And the idea is that if anything were to happen to that Dunnable, I could always switch the strings over on the EGC and use that in Blastripper, and then I could use this in saxes, which I was actually doing for a little bit, and it's an awesome bass. But let's talk about this bass. So I got this from Dunnable back in 2021. Honestly, it was a miscommunication, misunderstanding on my part, in that I thought that they were going to stop doing custom shop orders altogether. Sasha and I have known each other through the internet and playing shows and whatnot for a very long time. So I hit him up and like, hey man, I really need a bass from you. And I always wanted a Cyclops bass because I'm not sure that they had made many of them. But I thought that it was a really cool shape, and as a bass player, I thought I want one of those. So Sasha and the folks over at Dunnable were kind enough to appease my wishes here, and they made this short scale here. It is 30 3/4 of an inch scale length. It's got 2 pickups, which is a Baphomet and a Katana. So it's a humbucker and a single coil, and then volume and a blend control. And I like that instead of like volume, because I kind of just want the pickups all on or all off, and I don't know, it just works for me well. And the single coil in the bridge is fun with fuzz pedals. So I'm not actively using this in the band, but this is the bass I I play the most. One, it's super comfortable to play, and this is what I'm playing at home. If you want to indulge me, you can hear this bass on my solo release Minimalist. This is the only bass I used on it. Every track on that record is just a whole lot of tracks of this through different pedals. So if you want to hear more of this specific bass, go to Bandcamp. Give a listen to Minimalist. I like it. Whatever. But this bass is rad, and then we'll talk about it some more. So we got the humbucker in the bridge, or the humbucker in the neck, and the single coil in the bridge, and it's clean right now. So I mean, you can hear it. So that's the humbucker. This is both. And then the bridge. And as you can see, I have this in drop A. It's a short scale bass, but like, I wouldn't call that a weak B string or anything. Let's throw on some overdrive from a Damnation Audio MV88. That's the bridge, so we're going to put both of them together. I mean, it's got a lot of attack on that bridge. The neck pickup gives you all of the body you need, but like I said, this thing is a lot of fun with fuzz pedals, so I'm going to throw on the Fuzzrocious Blastripper here, and yeah, you can hear it. One more for you guys, the Damnation Audio Spite Box, because this is rad. But yeah, this is just that bridge pickup again, and again, drop A. Thanks for tuning in. Short scale basses are awesome. Catch you guys next time.